Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean,
Alright.
and this is Everyday Food Reviews, and welcome to Month in Review 7.
You doing the fingers? There we go. Yeah, July.
July.
It's the 31st today. So, if you're watching this on the 1st of August, I've been up late.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow month, mainly because I was away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Been on holiday for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
little staycation to 2 different places, so it was alright.
Yeah, so we've not got much to talk about today.
No.
So, I've had this, copy and paste the bullet points each time and then delete them as appropriate. So one we've still got on here, still not found orange dreamsicle. So, yeah.
I might just start going into every one stop. Like I see.
Yeah.
I don't usually go, not because there's not many around here, and then I'll think, yeah.
I've driven past a couple while I've been on site. That's the other reason we've not done many videos. I've been in Liverpool while John's been away, and then when John's been here, I've been on site for work in Heathrow and what have you. So it's not been.
No, it's been probably the hardest month to get together. So
yeah, I've actually done a bunch of videos like I used to do in Grimsby on the energy drinks in the hotel.
Oh, good.
In the Travel Lodge in Feltham.
Nice.
But I've not uploaded any yet. But you'll see them at some point. But yeah, I was driving past one stops around London thinking, shall I just pull over and see if they got it? And then I'm thinking, no, I don't know where I am. I'm following the sat nav. I'm stressed enough. I don't need to be pulling over into one stop. Also, I don't see them until I've gone past them already anyway. Other news, earlier this week, McDonald's released a new burger, which we were very excited about, and we're definitely doing a video on that because it's unprecedented.
We're not doing a video on that. I think we've already eaten it. I have. Any of you?
I have eaten it historically. I haven't eaten it. It's a barbecue quarter pounder, which means they've got a quarter pounder
Or a double.
Or a double quarter. They've got a quarter pounder, and instead of putting ketchup and mustard on it, they've put barbecue sauce on it.
Which, as you said in the Discord, you feel that that's a net loss.
It is a net loss because they're taking off ketchup and mustard and putting on barbecue sauce and then calling it a special burger, and it's like, that was sarcasm. We're not doing a video on that. They can... Yeah. That's...
I mean, talking about Mackey's, we'll just jump in monthly review, because like I say, the McSpicy came and went.
It's not went. It is still there.
Oh, is it still there?
I think somebody said in Discord that it wasn't on the
Oh,
menu.
yes. Is it Billy's... I want to say it's Billy's girlfriend, but I can't remember. Works at McDonald's, but it might be wrong.
I think Rizzo said it wasn't on the menu when he went in, but Billy said his girlfriend said it definitely still is on the menu. So presumably Rizzo's just not... they've changed
just not really advertising it.
They're not advertising it anymore. But
yeah,
apparently it's still there. But we don't know because I've not been queuing up in the drive-thru to spend $3.89 on a chicken sandwich.
And I met Rizzo. We didn't put that in.
Oh, we didn't know you met Rizzo.
Yeah, but so yeah, I was staying in York.
Yeah.
And then I've been in touch with Rizzo because he lives over in Sheffield, and he said there was a nice Vietnamese place that I wanted to drink egg coffee again, like I had in Vietnam a few years ago. I've never been able to find a place that does it, and found this place in Sheffield that Rizzo recommended, and it was lovely. Had a banh mi, which is almost like a sub roll filled with a load of meat, bit of salad, which got took out in places as well. Didn't get the mushrooms added on, and it's just before Rizzo was going to a festival actually.
Yeah.
So he's a good lad.
He didn't brave the egg coffee, did he?
No, he didn't. No.
Yeah, I think he sent a picture of that chili sandwich he was getting on the Discord, and I said to you, I nearly said, but I felt harsh.
And I actually said it in the restaurant to him. I was like,
"Is that something you want to have before a festival?"
Yeah, because he was like, I'll have 5 out of 5 chilies, and like the waitress looked at him, and she was like, "You want 5 out of 5?" He's like, "No, I'll have 3." Oh, he's a funny guy, and we obviously saw the picture on his Instagram and tagged us in it on, I think, the EFR Insta,
yeah,
and the Discord. So No, that was cool. That was good
Yeah.
to meet Rizzo.
A couple of weeks before that, I met Redman.
Yeah.
In Asda. Got the same local Asda. Bumped into him outside there. Don't know how he recognised me. I had a mask on.
I was crossing the road. It was really weird. I was crossing the road to the Vietnamese place, and I'm looking around for him, and then he was like, "John!" He's not Cockney. I don't know why that came out like he was from London. But yeah, it's like he's like just jogging over in his in his like festival shirt, trying to look like Mike Skinner,
I don't know who that is.
the lead singer of the Streets.
Right, okay.
He loves it.
Who's the person that everyone says Rizzo looks like?
Eden Hazard.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
We've spoke about him, I think, on a previous video.
Have we?
Yeah, was it Eden Hazard? It was someone. It was because he's a footballer.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah, we got good lads on there. Rizzo seems like a nice guy. Redman's a good lad.
funny guy.
Yeah, we got good lads on there. It'd be good to meet up at some point if we can
Yeah.
do something.
Then we finally looked at Adrenalize.
Yeah, we did the full video on that, and
Yeah.
I uploaded that at the expense of Caribou Poutine, which will go up.
Which
next
will
month at
come
some
soon,
point.
yeah.
But yeah, I was in a I wanted to get that edited and send it to Tim and check that Tim thought it was okay. Because like we said in the video, it was a long time coming, and he sent us God knows how many tubs, 6 altogether.
Wow.
So far. So I wanted to make sure he was happy with that and we hadn't missed anything. And I was going to upload a different video that day, but he ended up getting back to me straight away as soon as he'd watched it. I was like, "Sound, I'll just make that live now."
Was he happy with it?
Yeah, he was. He said the only thing we missed was the fact that it doesn't have maltodextrin, so it's safe for diabetics, or as safe as 300 milligrams of caffeine can be for diabetics. So I made sure to put that in the description.
Yeah.
So that's...
And someone's actually commented on it already
Yeah,
about that, and they sound quite chuffed.
yeah,
So that's great.
yeah. That's pretty much everything we did this month. Everything else has just been
We have done a few more, but they're still to be posted because of
Yeah.
obviously other commitments and other videos like that we've recorded and not been able to get up yet. So it's just one of those things.
I've posted one on Gemelli's Pizza. I've posted some on the spicy noodles and then some energy drinks, and we got the energy drink ones we've done together. I think the G
Which
Fuel.
the noodles you just told me as well. The Beyond Energy.
Oh yeah. No, there's the sober noodles that Lineage View recommended. They are some of the nicest noodles I've had, and I've been buying them even though they're £1 for a little pot. Been buying them. My girlfriend's been buying them, and Paradox from Beyond messaged me and said he's been buying them. So Lineage View has, I think he's really done something there, putting me onto them to do a video, and then everybody's onto them now. But they are really good.
Nice.
So I think I spent £1.15 in Tesco, but they're in
Is that the
B&M
little
for
purple
£1.
pot with the little Gothic anime chick that was on the side? Or what was
Oh
it?
no, that was the energy noodles.
Oh yeah.
No, these ones they're in Asda and Tesco.
Oh, okay.
And B&M.
I'll look out for them. Now,
Yeah,
I
if you
think.
see them, you can get them for £1. They do a chili one, an original one, and a duck one. I think apparently
okay.
the duck one's really good, but I've only had the chili one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're amazing. So yeah, we've got no real channel specific updates either.
No.
So I think the only other thing, because we were looking for something else to talk about, because we thought we can't have a month in review that's just 5 minutes, as much as some people would appreciate that.
A lot of people would, but yeah.
That's not what we're going to do. So this is something I've said this to a few people over the last few days. So I thought it was something we could talk about. I've said it to my manager at work. I've said it to Nick in Teen Nutrition. We get a lot of comments on videos where we're talking about energy drinks or pre-workouts, comparing energy drinks to pre-workouts, and we get a lot of comments from people who assume that we don't know what we're talking about and that we don't go to the gym. And to be fair, I can understand why they'd assume that we don't go to the gym. Speaking of going to the gym, when I met Redman, he was surprised how tall I was and how big I was, and he said he wants to meet you and see how big you are, and I think Rizzo had said the same thing. I think a lot of people have assumed that I'm really small because I look small next to you, because I am small next to you, but also because my posture's so bad. And they say, "Oh, Sean, you're much bigger than I thought. I thought you'd be like smaller than me or something." It's like, no, John's just massive.
Oh,
Like,
thanks, mate.
Well, how tall are you? Like 6'3"?
Just under
Yeah.
6'2"-ish, yeah.
And I'm like 5'11".
Yeah.
People think I'm like 5'9" and that you're like 6 foot. So, yeah, John makes me look small. I'm a pretty big guy. 20 stone as well. I hold a lot of that in my legs. but yeah, it's yeah.
People assume we don't know what we're talking about when we're talking about pre-workouts and.
Yeah, well, it's a matter of chemistry, and I felt really validated and positive when I went into Team Nutrition, and I'm talking to Nick, who's a big lad, and he looks pretty ripped, pretty hench.
So instead of not being a big lad like us, he's a big lad like he's a proper big lad.
Yeah.
Naturally big lad.
Yeah, so I was asking him about the energy drinks in the fridge because it was before a photo job. I ended up with that C4. I've uploaded a video on that, a little short. But I was asking him, and he said, to be honest, I don't really drink any of those. Because I just drink a Monster Ultra before the gym or whatever, because it's basically all the same. The stuff you get in those cans, they can't dose it the same as the pre-workout powders. So if I have a can, I'll just have Monster Ultra because it's less than half the price. It's £1 for Monster Ultra. We sell these cans for £2.50.
Yep.
And I said,
So for his business, it's brilliant.
yeah.
For himself, personal use, Monster.
Yeah. So I said, I'm really glad to hear that because I get comments. We had a comment on the Protein Dynamics video that says, "Oh, you're comparing this to Monster. You can't compare the two. This has 2 grams of BCAAs." It's like, yeah, great. A scoop of whey protein has like 5. What's 2 grams doing for you?
Yeah.
You can't compare this to Monster. It's like, well, I can. It's in Home Bargains on the shelf next to the Monster for the same price, same amount of caffeine. There's just 1.5 grams of BCAAs difference, which is like less than a third of the amount you get in a scoop of whey protein, less than a third of the amount you get in a scoop of BCAA supplement. If you care about BCAAs, you should be taking BCAAs.
Yeah.
Because if you're drinking energy drinks to get your BCAAs, you're probably on about 2 grams of caffeine a day. And that's not good. You'll be taking BCAAs anyway, at which point 1.5 grams in your energy drink or your pre-workout is not doing anything for you.
Exactly. There's a couple of lads at work who do bodybuilding, and they have their own, the 2.2 litre like jugs,
Yeah.
like with the caps on. I can't remember what you call them or whatever, but it's like
The half gallon jugs.
yeah, the ones we bought that we got that time, the Phoenix ones.
Yeah.
He's got like his own version of that or whatever, just filled with water and whatever BCAA mixture he's got on it. Like, it doesn't touch energy drinks, but like you say, because he cares about his BCAAs and his bodybuilding, like, he needs a lot more than what he's going to get out of any energy drink he can buy off the shelf.
Exactly.
Regardless of how good it is,
Yeah.
or how full of BCAAs, and he's going overboard with it because of what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he needs to. So, like you say, if you care that much, you'll be on your own supplements and you'll be on your own shaker just full to the brim, water with some kind of formula in it, full of BCAAs, and you're talking probably a few 100 milligrams or grams.
Grams, few grams.
So
People say, they look at us and say, "Oh yeah, you obviously don't go to the gym," apart from the fact we do. But they say, "Oh, you don't need the BCAAs, you don't need to care about that, so you are going to just ignore that and gloss over that." It's like, yeah, but the thing is, you shouldn't care about that either, because if you do actually care about, like we say, if you do actually care about BCAAs, you'll be taking whey protein and BCAAs anyway, and the amount that's in it isn't an amount worth caring about. It's like, if I have 2 cans of Monster, and someone says, "Oh, do you want a little can of Pepsi?" So, "Oh no, Pepsi's full of caffeine." It's like that.
yeah,
It's like that. We get comments still about comparing the powdered, artificially sweetened, flavoured, coloured caffeine formulas.
and the sugar free and
Yeah, we get comments like, "Oh, why are you comparing that to pre-workout?" It's like, because if I was to describe what pre-workout is, it's exactly the same thing. The differences between it are semantics, and semantics marketing and maybe creatine or
In the
beta-alanine.
same, more so you than me, but when people comment saying stuff like, what do you know about lifting weights and pre-workouts and stuff?
Yeah, like...
It's like, well, what do you know? Like Sean especially, it's like, what do you know about chemistry? Because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you don't even need a master's degree in chemistry, which I've got, to
Flex.
to look at the label and see, oh yeah, that word's the same as that word. That word's the same as that word. I just wonder what some of these people are thinking. Like, obviously, I'm not going to criticise anyone for being ignorant or for wanting to learn. It's when they comment on the video and they say, oh yeah, no, this is way better, like, why are you even comparing it? It's not the same thing. It's like, it's the same thing, like, if you read the words and they're the same, then it's the same thing. Like, you don't need any background in chemistry. Like,
No.
you know...
Well, I don't. And I get it.
When do you... Is it like year 2? Like, when you're 7 or 8, you should probably be reading
Yeah.
and be able to tell if the words are the same.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't want to criticise anyone and I don't want to make fun of people, but I just wonder what sort
But
of...
the people who, you know, you're not criticising the people who actually want to learn.
Yeah.
And actually just don't know. The people who should know are the people who are commenting.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to make themselves... Well, they're trying to make themselves sound like they know what they're on about.
Yeah.
But
So-
quite clearly they don't.
Oh, look at you, you don't know what you're doing, you're just fat.
It's just almost like hating for hating's sake because they can't imagine that two people as big as we are know what we're actually on about when it comes to nutrition and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's...
And we're not complete experts,
No.
but you've got to know.
Like, I'm not scratching my head wondering why I'm fat. You know, it's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not looking in the mirror and then reading a YouTube comment. It's like, shit, maybe I am fat. I never noticed. You know, it's not like that. I'm aware of these things. There's other things that bother me in my life that I would rather prioritise fixing. And, you know, some people are going to say, oh, you should prioritise your health if you've got any self-respect. It's like, well, maybe I don't have any self-respect. You know?
Wow.
You know, do you know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, people care about different things, and where I am at the moment, that's not something I care enough about to do something about. But that doesn't mean I can't read 2 labels and say, yeah, those ingredients are the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, I think, all I wanted to say.
You enjoyed that little rant?
I did. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was funny. I like it. And just because we're laughing, it doesn't mean we're not serious about it.
Well,
It's true.
I get we're going to get comments. I just thought it was something worth mentioning. We're going to get comments.
I think the comments that should be is, why do you compare this to pre-workout?
Well, that's what they say, but then it's the way they say it is, oh, they're nothing like each other. Pre-workouts designed for people who go to the gym. G Fuel's designed for gamers. It's like, no, the pre-workout's designed to sell to whoever.
I mean, I'll be honest. If you was like in charge of those companies, mate, you are doing wonders for that marketing team's like 1-to-ones. Like, look, this guy reckons G Fuel's designed for gamers, so we're doing a hell of a job marketing this.
Yeah. No, we just need to wait for the sneak fans to come along. Like, oh, you drink G Fuel for photography. Sneak's designed for creatives. G Fuel's just for gamers. That's why I like Sneak, because it appeals to so many more people. Sneak's good for
Pianists.
pianists, digital producers. G Fuel's just a gaming drink. Sneak's better because they have other people in the adverts who are doing what I do, and G Fuel don't even have YouTube adverts, and that's why Sneak's better.
G Fuel don't throw sugar cubes off roofs.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's one of those things like, yeah, oh, this is designed for gamers and this is designed for gym goers. The other thing, go and watch Painkiller's video, Brandon, his video on G Fuel, where him and his dad go to the gym on it. Like, you can look at us and say you're fat, you don't know what you're on about. look at Brandon's dad and tell him he doesn't know what he's on about when it comes to going to the gym or pre-workouts.
Yeah.
You know, if he says G Fuel is good enough for a pre-workout, then I'm inclined to believe him.
With his 50-odd inch guns. Or... What a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so go and check that out. I'll try and find the video and link it if I remember.
Yeah, we'll link it in the description.
Yeah, I really enjoy that video. That's probably my favourite video on his channel.
Yeah, it's really good. Right, well, I think that's time to end. Sorry it's a short one for those who like a long one, and sorry it's probably too long for those who wanted it to be short. But on that note, it's time to end. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.